Don't shake or thin. The absolute best way to mix this stuff is shaking. So I had a customer that asked me to build a magazine rack for them. I don't have a specific idea, I have a broad idea, I have ideas. I don't have anything on paper yet, so I think we're going to sketch some things and then try to build some things and just see what comes out of it. It's supposed to be 3 bays that can hold a magazine each. 3 bays by 4 bays, each one can hold a magazine. Go like this. Another one, that's 4. I'm an idiot. That's not right. What I'm thinking is having these ones will run straight through, all the way along. 4 solid pieces, or 5 solid pieces, top, 3 middle, and the bottom. And then we have these pieces here, and I think these pieces, you'll have your support like this, okay? So that's the vertical. And then you have your other pieces running, going like this. That's crooked. That would be the very top. Do another one. Have another joint, and then that goes that way. We're doing a dado right here. Okay, let me sketch that. Dado. That's a wow. That's an amazing pencil for this. Go like that. Cool. This could work really, really well. Just ordered the route a bit, and I got it from Freud or Frood. How would you pronounce that? Tell me in the comments how you pronounce that. I think it's Freud. And due to the magic of Amazon, I have 1-day shipping, which gives me 1 day, this day, to cut everything out and clean out the wreck that is the garage right now. I think I have all the dimensions that I need here. This piece is 53 3/4. It's a 29 1/4 inch piece going in between, 12 7/8. I'm also making 2 of these, by the way. I'm pretty confident that I'm right, but we're just gonna double check the math. Oh, that's good. That's here. 3/8 of an inch over 12 1/2, which is 12 7/8. Yes. So exactly 12 7/8. Okay, these are the horizontal pieces that are going to go in the dados I just cut. So now we have to figure out where exactly we need these 2 dados. That's 9 inches, 3/8. That's perfect. Now we're going to use this piece right here to mark the rest of them to hopefully get some decent accuracy. So there. Shouldn't be clapping that side. Do clap this side. Okay, so right now all these pieces are a little bit too thick, so they don't fit in the dados. It's about a 30-second off, maybe a little bit less. Let's take about a 64th here, 64th here. Maybe it won't matter. But if you took this piece and just threw it through there like that roller in there that keeps your depth right would just go dunk and hit it, and you have a big divot in there. So yeah, we aren't going to do that. We're going to put 2 in at once, like this. So it's going to have a smooth surface right on. I hope it works this way. That really screwed up the surface on this one. This thing actually looks cool, which I was not expecting. Okay, now all these middle pieces need to be cut down 1/4 inch for the back. Cut a rabbet in the corners of this so the back will be set completely in the back so you won't see it from the sides. Cut grooves for the plexiglass that is going in the face of this to actually hold magazines in. Gotta raise the table. Good, right there. Now for this one, I don't think there's any problem with me having my hands on top. and cut it, because this isn't going to move. Now, I can't go any further until I figure out how I'm going to cut a slot right here, about 6 inches. I really don't know how. And let's have a 3/32 bit to cut that. Table saw could do it, it can't make a square corner though. It's impossible. You can't do it. Set this thing up in the table and try to cut these slots with a plexiglass with a 3/32 router bit. An incredibly small router bit. It's solid carbide. I'm a little bit worried about breaking it. This obviously is a 1/4 inch shaft, which means I need a 1/4 inch shuck. This is not enough plexiglass, I don't think. It's not. No, it's 3 feet high. Right? 3 feet high. And I was thinking 6 inches, so we have 6 of them. But it's 4 high, so we need 4 of them, which I don't have. Now, how to cut this? I should look up how to cut this, actually. I don't know. So we looked at the best way to cut plexiglass, and apparently the best way is a circular saw or a jigsaw with a very fine-tooth blade. So if you can use a circular saw, I can use a table saw. Because if you can a table saw, it's going to be a lot more accurate. Now this blade I got, this is aluminum, plastics, copper, brass, and fiberglass. No plexiglass. I got my table saw back from the shop. Doesn't look like I got it fixed. Got it back from the wood shop. Turns out I actually had a piece of plexiglass exactly the right size that I need, which is amazing. And now I can actually test it because I can go right to the very edge of this piece, which I don't need, and cut it and see what happens with this blade. That worked like scary well. Cool! So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this exactly, because I want to stain all these things now. And should I stain them separately or put it all together and stain it? And I can't put it all together with the plexiglass in there, so I have to put it all together and then take it all apart and put the plexiglass in. That sounds like a pain, because it was a pain to put the thing together the first time. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, all these pieces, tape off the very ends, like an 1/8 inch off the ends on both of these. We'll stain all the pieces, I guess clear coat all the pieces. It's just a whole lot of pieces. Do a couple layers of this. The first thing we're going to do is vacuum, because clean area is pretty important when you have stain going in, or on, or being applied, or you're staining, or any of those things. So I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to staining, but I have done a whole lot of staining. I've stained a lot of things. I've done some really crummy stain jobs, so I've done some stainers that actually look pretty nice. And the difference, I think, mostly, is what you use to apply it, and the temperature and humidity when you do it, which you cannot change. So if you had to do it in August in the deep south, it's going to be humid and it's going to be hot and it's not going to be a good finish because you're probably not going to be in a very good insulated area. As little dust as possible, don't be working in the same place, clean them as much as you can, but you're most likely not going to have a perfect environment. Staining is not so bad. Clear coating is when you really have problems. Clear coating, I mean, the last coat is the really important one. The first one, you can just take some 400 grit and run over it and get the dust particles off, but the last coat, you can't do that really. I mean, I've done it. The last coat I've sanded, which you should not do, but it works. Actual like direction of staining, I don't think it matters that much. The corners. Look at that. The question is, are these things tall enough to stand? They're not, okay? On the can, I'm sure it says, don't shake or thin. Don't shake. The absolute best way to mix this stuff is shaking. I mean, you're never going to get the same amount of mixing as with shaking. And the bubbles go away. They don't matter. Maybe there's a reason. I've never noticed it why. Too crazy important. Ooh, that's a nice color. Quite nice. Cool. I did not sand the front of these boards. And, actually looks pretty good also. Clear bushing lacquer. Yeah, that's what it's called. So I just learned something. Doing this with the rabbiting bit that I had before, that rabbit had a very tough resistance, okay? So, this bit is a brand new 3/4 inch bit that I bought for this project. Barely been used, super sharp. That did not make the difference in my cut though. My first cuts looked like this. They have that chip out? Bad, very bad. My last cut looked like this. Look at that. Absolutely no chip out. And the reason was, instead of having it like this, like I had with the rabbiting bit, which I thought was the problem, I had it like this. And this way, blades are spinning this way, so it's pulling away from this face, so it's not going to chip it out. And this face, I'm not sure why it was actually as clean as it was. It should have been chipping out, but it didn't. Now I got to pull all the tape off. I put on these things very meticulously and carefully. Peel. It's kind of satisfying, actually. So this piece of plexiglass is thicker than all the rest of it. This is the one I salvaged from stuff I already have. So we're going to have to cut these slots out in the side to make it fit, because they do not fit as of right now. Over there. Bottom piece. Top. So I got a little bit of a problem with the joint on the other end, not this one, this one's fine. But it's loose, and there's not really any way to clamp this thing, so we're going to use a ratchet strap.
And now we're going to do it again, but I don't really want to film because you don't really need to see all this again. So imagine me doing the same thing again.
So I totally forgot to film a closing montage for those racks. I didn't get those, cool shots. Different angles and nice close focus so you could really see the details and how beautiful they were. But now they're gone, so you can't see that. Very sad, but it's okay. I'll just talk about it instead. They worked out way better than I thought they were going to. They came together accurately, which was very strange to me, and just like the finish quality is better than usual. I did all the pieces separately, so that just worked out better. It was really cool. Anyway, if you watch this video all the way through, I'm assuming you're subscribed, but if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe because that would really help me out. And if there's anything I did wrong in this video and you know it, you should definitely tell me what it is so I can not do it next time. I would really appreciate that. And I wouldn't just think you're a horrible person. Some of them are, but you're not. Please like and comment too. Commenting is really where it's at, because that's how I know what you guys think about what I'm doing and what I should do next and stuff like that. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.